Alright folks, how are we doing? It's Shabash in Hero of Aethric. This video is going to explain Amities and memory hunts. It's an absolutely fantastic way to get a huge injection or bounty of orns early on in the game around level 75 to level 100 for the first time. Not to mention the potential power Amities can bring to your character itself. What are Amities, first of all? Well, Amities are a piece of equipment that unlocks once you reach tier 4. That is level 75. You get a new equipment slot in your screen, and it basically allows you to find new pieces of equipment called Amities, and these give you bonuses and malices. They give at least one random bonus, one malice, which can be very powerful for your character. You see this one here, it says defending in battle will reduce an additional 25 damage and you will receive 5% less orns. So there's always going to be at least one bonus and one malice, which is like a detriment to your character. There, you can get legendary rarity Amities, which have 2 bonuses and 2 malices, and then you also get ornates, very rarely, which will have 3 bonuses and 3 random malices. Now, to get the Amity, we have to go through a process called a memory hunt, which also gives us heaps of good stuff, mainly orns, gold, experience, and random materials. And this is especially good early on in the game at level 75, when we can first enter the Athantia town and reach the temple here, and doing so gives us a small chance to find a diluted mnemonic when you attempt the ritual in this concurrence tab. So the Athantia temple, it actually has a cooldown of 23 hours, so every day you can come here, attempt ritual to try and get a diluted mnemonic. And using a diluted mnemonic, we have to be outside of town. You just go into your main menu, character menu, and then your items in the inventory, and you can see up there, Diluted Mnemonic. Use that, and this will start a memory hunt. You have 12 hours to complete the memory hunt between each section. And so what is the memory hunt? What are we actually looking for here? So essentially, we are looking for kind of blue and gray, shining blue buildings out in the world, that will spawn a bunch of mini games. And the memory hunt is actually, you can see where it shows hunt for shattered memories, 1 out of 5. We need to hunt 5 different memories down, and you got 12 hours to do it. So in Orna, the GPS game, this will actually be randomly out in the world, and you have to move your feet to get it. But in Athantia, what happens is, and it can be anywhere in the map that you've unlocked. So all of these zones that you've unlocked, it can be literally anywhere here. So you just gotta kind of walk around, hunt to find it. One trick is if you have Explorer Waystones, you see this here. If you use that, this will actually point to the shattered memory on your map. And there we go, down here, we see you got 332 meters, roughly, in a very southerly direction. So that means we can probably guess how far, well, we can probably guess this waygate at Sedoon, West Sedoon is a good shout to try and find it. And that should update relatively soon. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Right. So we've got a few here, actually. We've got loads of memories here. I thought the first memory hunt is actually only one, but it turns out there's more. So you can see we've got 2 kind of altars up here. There's blue-gray buildings, and there's a portal down here. These represent different mini games. And there's basically 4 or 5 different mini games that you can do. And what we're going to do, well, we're going to go in and do it. So they're pretty self-explanatory. You kind of just tap things around. Like if you don't know exactly how to, what you're going to need to do, tap things around, click on the runes, to make sense. Here, it's like we have to match the amplitude, the wavelength of the wave. And this is where the good stuff happens. Look how many rewards we get. So for the first one, we get 300,000 gold, 4,000 orns, a little bit of experience, and some random materials. Now, this character is level 101. So we are literally tier 5. So this hunt, we've already got 4,000 orns. Now look here. The second hunt, easily finished. That's 2 out of 5. There's another 13,000 orns. So that's 17,000 orns total. Now, this portal is a battle. It can have random monsters in it of your tier or below. These are actually a mix of tier 4 and tier 5 enemies. Oh, these are actually tier 4. Yeah. So you do get some allies to help you, which is very nice indeed. So you will have to kill everybody in this battle. And okay, those are 200 orns for completing the battle. But the real rewards come here, 24,000 orns. So add that to the 17,000 orns. And that's us sitting on 41,000 orns. Got a bit of soul right there as well. And look over here, there's another memory here. So I'll do the dungeon minigame here. This one, you just kind of smash the stones. There is another dungeon minigame where you have to chase a stone around the screen. And we actually leveled up here as well. And boom, 34,000 orns. So that takes our total to, what, 75,000 orns in about 2 or 3 minutes. And that is us done 4 hunts, I think, so far. So now we're on the 5th and final hunt. Now, the 5th and final memory is slightly different in that it's not really a mini game, but it will be a final node, which will look like an Arcanist building, if you know what an Arcanist building looks like in Orna. It's like some small trees, and there's like a witch brewing a potion outside her little shop. And I think there should be up to 5 final nodes somewhere on the map, and they can be, again, spawned pretty much anywhere that you've unlocked. So what we can do is, I do have spare Explorer Waystones. So for the purpose of me keeping this video relatively short, I'm going to use this one, and so you've got a shattered memory 200 meters this direction, so I can quickly warp over here. Okay, so we found the final node. It's this little shiny blue looking building with a witch outside brewing a potion, and the final node will ask you a question and will give you a set of answers. So this particular final node is asking, whom do you look to for guidance? And we've got 4 answers here: my mentor, my sparring partner, my follower, and myself. In total, there is actually 7 different questions, set of questions, set of answers, and it's kind of random exactly what you can get. I will actually explain seeding at the end, towards the end of this video, explain that a bit more. But for now, you can just pick any random one that sounds good to you. There's no right or wrong answer technically. And there you go, 45,000 orns down here. So that actually brings our total to 120,000 orns, which took me roughly 5 minutes to find at level 100. If you're missing orns for your tier 5 class, do a memory hunt, by the way. So what is our bonus here? Absorption and Calamity. That is kind of just the names for each of these bonus and malice. You will steal up to 40 mana with each successful basic attack. However, simple attacks will deal 50% less damage. This bonus and malice is actually kind of contradicting each other, counterplaying each other. You get 1 bonus for stealing mana with the attack button, but it also does 50% less damage. So that's kind of funny. So there you can see the type of gameplay it can adjust, even though the bonus and malice there are kind of on the same play. But that is essentially the memory hunt complete. You can see the timer has disappeared, and we're left with about 120,000 extra orns. So as long as you have Diluted Mnemonics, you can continue to do memory hunts. And as we saw, there is 1 Oracle Temple in Athantia. That is on its own cooldown. However, once you are level 75, and which is tier 4 basically, you can actually get a Oracle Temple in your origin town. Now, the first thing you will have to do is actually go up to Vinland, if you haven't done so already, and complete Galar of Murkheim's side quest, which is the blacksmith. So he will ask you to complete leveling up 5 items in a blacksmith. And then after you do that, Pythia, a new NPC, will appear in Athantia. And she will actually give you another Diluted Mnemonic, complete the memory hunt, and then she will give you the ability to build an Oracle Temple in your own origin town. So we're in Vinland. Here's Galar of Murkheim. If I can tap on him. And he gives you a side quest once you reach level 50, which is here the finest hammer. You see it says side quest, basically upgrade 5 equipment, and you get a Galar's hammer, which is very nice. You need to complete this quest, and then Pythia, the Pythia NPC will appear for you in Athantia. You can kind of check on the map. She should appear on the map. So if you see her in Athantia, make sure you go visit her in Athantia, do the quest for her, basically, which is just complete a memory hunt as we just did, and then you can then build an Oracle Temple in your origin town, just as I have done here on my tier 10 character. You can build the Oracle Temple after, and you get the same options, concurrence, attempt, ritual. Now, before you do anything with your new Oracle Temple in your origin town, make sure you upgrade this to level 10, because there is actually a small chance of failing to successfully attempt the ritual, and you won't actually get Diluted Mnemonic. However, your Oracle Temple in your origin town, you can level it up to 10 with some gold, and that will guarantee you that you get a Diluted Mnemonic every single time. The Oracle Temple in Athantia won't actually guarantee you, it won't be 100% every time. So there you go. That is the Oracle Temple in our origin town. You also have one in Athantia, so you can get at least 2 per day. You can definitely find them from daily login rewards, so make sure you log in and check if you got Diluted Mnemonics. And you can also buy them in the rune shop in the champions pack for a bit of cash. And finally, you can use the recollection tab in the Oracle Temple to recycle 3 Amities that you don't want or you don't want to use. You can recycle 3 of them, and that will turn it into 1 Diluted Mnemonic. The other thing to mention about Amities and stuff is that there is a spec called the Oracle at tier 5, which actually allows you to equip 2 Amities at once. Every other class, every other spec, you can only ever have 1 Amity equipped. So if you ever find 2 really, really strong Amities, you may want to consider going Oracle. Or more commonly, in fact, if you have a booster type Amity, for example, they're ones that are increase the rewards you get for memory hunts, or ones that boost the power of your accessories. So for example, you have monster tombs that increase your experience, or band of gods that increase your experience, gold, and orns. You can actually get an Amity that increases the power and the amount of experience that you're getting from your accessories. And if you get 2 that do something like that, you can use Oracle and use both of them. So endgame farming, Oracle is actually technically the best spec in the game. Now, if you'd like to see a list of possible Amities and the values that we've uncovered so far, Amities and bonuses, you can check the link in description. We've basically been covering Amities since they were introduced back in May 2022 in the Orna Legends Discord server. So the exact same Amities are crossing over from Orna, so they are the same. You can check some of these out, some of the nice ones. I will be doing a video looking at a tier list for Amities that we are kind of agreed on over in Orna, and it very much crosses over to Hero of Aethric as well. One final thing I'll mention, which is a little bit of some advanced information on Amities, is seeding. So seeding is what dictates the final Amity you actually receive from the final question and answer on completing your memory hunts. These are actually depending on a few different factors. It's not 100% random. So what it depends on is, first of all, the party that you are in. Also depends on the week, because seeds rotate every week, basically midnight on Sunday night UTC time. It also changes on the hour. So there's 24 hours in a day, and these seeds will repeat daily for the week until the weekly reset. And then the final node. So as I said, there should be 5 different final nodes on the map. Each one is different. And then finally, the final node question and answer. Each answer will give you a different Amity. So what we do in Orna is we have a party called Amity Hunter, which is like a community-driven project where we have one same party going for the whole week. People come and they do memory hunts in the same party, and at different hours they do hunts and they choose a different final node. They choose different final question and answer, and we log the entire thing. And it actually allows people, if a very nice amity is found, it allows other people to share and do the same. Because we keep the party the same the entire time, people can come into the party at the same hour during the same week, do the final node, do the same node and the same question as an answer that we logged the original hunt, and they will get the same amity. So I do have a video covering that on Orna if you're interested. It is possible in Aethric as well, I guess. The only thing is well, I did forget to mention that one final thing that matters for the seeding is the tier of the character. That also matters. Typically, different tiers will get different amities as well. But the thing is, that is very much a tier 10 driven project because it runs over time. And there's just going to be more people interested in doing hunts at tier 10. So we may indeed start running Amity Hunter in Hero of Aethric at some point in the future. Stay tuned for that. If you do have any questions on Amities, drop a comment. I will get to it as soon as I can. Big thank you to the Arisen Orna Legends for supporting me on Patreon and Twitch and on Discord. Without their wonderful help, I wouldn't be doing Aethric videos or Orna videos at the moment. So big thanks to them. Big thanks to you for watching this video. I really hope it helped, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.